it makes sense. I mean, there's so many people in California that are not here today, right? So
Right.
it helps to have some of these different locations. Here we go to a quick guard pull.
Araujo on top, and Ortiz looking to play from bottom.
It looks like the colors are mixed up on the screen. So in the green band is Ortiz, baby Monstro on top. And then this tight little butterfly here. Oh, he has a nice underhook to kill that hook.
Interesting to note that obviously you can see by the very distinctive patch on his back, but yes, Valdir Araujo is a member of the fight sports team, trains down there in Miami, Florida, with countless world-class black belts that they have gracing their mats on a daily basis. But important to note as well that, a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu and coming back over the last 2 years or so, kind of making a return to grappling, because spent a long time fighting professionally MMA.
I like he's very aggressive, but not to the point where he's making a lot of risks and mistakes. Very calculated. I like this really deep underhook he has here for his over-under pass. Let's see him do a little more of a stack if he can elevate those hips over the head a little bit more. But Ortiz, of course, doing a good job framing. And, bringing that foot back in.
Nice. This is the flexibility. So the difference in weight between these guys isn't maybe as much as it looks, because Ortiz competed in the weight division and Araujo was in the heavy. So one weight class apart, but when Araujo gets on top like this and starts putting on the pressure, that's when you start feeling it, right?
He's got an advantage for that pass. Yeah, Ortiz does look like a lightweight to me. They do look so far apart, but they really are not. He has a long body. Probably distributes very well. He has very flexible guard, great with his guard retention. And Araujo not really able to. He looked like he was almost past there for a second.
Yeah, just the one advantage so far on the scoreboard. Doing a good job so far, I think, of like we talked about earlier, the distance management from bottom is Ortiz.
Yeah, he is. Whenever he feels a little, because he's playing this, he has De La Riva, he switches back to reverse De La Riva, and then he's nice little dummy sweep attempt. Really like seeing that dummy sweep to single leg X and
I'm a
X
fan
guard.
of that. Yeah.
Yes.
You say the text guard or the X guard?
the single leg X and the X. Switching back and forth and really off balanced him there. He went out of bounds, but that was a big off balance right there by Ortiz.
I think then we can kind of see a little of maybe what his strategy is. And I think smart move by Araujo going back down to his knees. Because, of course, you go standing passing and it gives you plenty of options, but at the same time you stand up and the guy can get in underneath your legs, underneath your hips, and, everything is a trade-off, right?
Everything's a trade-off. That's exactly it, right? And gi and no-gi, I mean, once you stand up, it gives the guy more options. But if you're on your knees, it's a little harder to be fast. You're not going to be side to side explosively. And at the same time, the guy on the bottom has the opportunity to have a little more control. Things like overhooks, underhooks, body locks, clinches, butterfly hooks. So it is a trade-off. But I like that Araujo was playing with both and kind of feeling it out. And now he's getting into this like smash pass body lock position. Almost
he's getting closer and closer now. You can see he's almost made like the chest torso contact that's so important right now. Still having to deal with the leg work, but look at that. I love the way he uses his hook to kind of pop off that little reverse De La Riva stroke half guard there.
It's great, and it looks like Ortiz is maybe able to swim his right foot in for like a little butterfly hook on the other side to try to recover, but it might be too tight. He's trying to swim it in there. It's the right idea. With good frames, long arms, keeping some distance. The hips are pretty smashed here by the left shoulder of Araujo.
Yeah, there it is. Just gently slide through with the knee. But great recovery there from Ortiz. That was smooth.
It's the second time that I really thought he was going to pass.
Yeah.
Great recovery.
Just an advantage. I mean, he looked dead to rights. I thought he completely flattened him out in side control, but Ortiz... That's the thing about the absolute division, right? When you see the absolute guys go up against each other and you see the difference in weight class, the light guys, you often think they have a big disadvantage, but sometimes that size difference, it works in your favor. You can get into places that a big guy can't.
Exactly. But I really enjoyed that sequence. He's using the butterfly to elevate and then kind of get back to where we saw he wanted to be, right? He wanted to be on those ankle sweeps, the dummy sweeps, trying to go in a single leg X, and really made Araujo kick out and turn and kick away and said, no, not doing this, and comes back to his knees. So I wonder if we'll get a little more aggressive with the butterfly now. We still have 4.5 minutes, so plenty of time and only 2 advantages, right? So if he gets the 2 points, then his advantages won't mean much. But I like this double underhook crunch position. Same attempt that we saw a minute ago. Not quite able to elevate. I think Araujo's just getting a little keen to this now. Able to settle his base back.
It's all about that fight for control, isn't it? And, who can get that all-important inside position.
It is. And Ortiz is doing a great job of keeping his butterfly hooks in there, even when Araujo starts to go to the side to smash. Comes right back in underneath. Harry elevates him again. Very similar to what we saw before, but he's not sticking to him enough to where Araujo can kind of kick away, and then the elevation is lost, the position's kind of lost, and then reset back to his position again.
One thing I think is very interesting to note is that Ortiz, he's so calm under the pressure. Got Araujo driving forward and really just constantly dropping his weight onto him, but Ortiz has never panicked once. He's just even when that pass is like that, the extremely late defense. When the guy gets past, it's just like very calmly, just recovers his guard and straight back into sort of basically looking for his attack positions. Obviously,
Right.
Araujo's doing a great job of not giving anything up, but at no point has he freaked out in the face of that pressure.
Very composed and focused. Like almost looks like shoulder action here. He almost looks like he has attitude, like he knows it's coming, just a matter of time. Like that's kind of imagine what's going on in his head right now. Although it is kind of cranking down now, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. You see him getting a little nervous. But when he gets underneath those shoulders, does fairly well. And now some more heavy pressure from Araujo here. And unfortunately, Ortiz only has 1 butterfly hook, and he's going to need that right hook to come back inside to get any elevation. There it comes. Back in. Those guard players, those really long legs, it's very hard to get past both feet without another foot sneaking in there to kind of stop your hip from coming through. Now he's standing up a little bit.
There, back up to his feet now. Ortiz back into the center of the mat, and a little mental break there, reset position.
He looks happy.
Yeah.
Ortiz looks happy to be here. I like it. Araujo kind of coming again, same pressure. I mean, it's been working. I thought he had 2 solid passes and just barely skipped out on the points. Here we go with another pass. Up to the head, though. Let's see if he can hold for 3. But Ortiz is still on his side. And now turning.
Oh, wow, yeah. Did a good job of just about denying those points there. So that is another advantage there for Araujo, but no points awarded.
No
wow.
Points. And went straight from that almost pass to side control, so there won't be any points here. And the legs back in. Wow, for Araujo, that must be very frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Passing, you can't get it. It's also
so close.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for the person on top here too, because okay, I have a minute left. I'm up by advantages, but if I get swept, I lose. So I still have to keep driving forward. You cannot relax with a lead of advantages. Right? We know that. We've seen that a lot.
Yeah, we've seen that happen today. That's for sure. Yeah.
It's not something that you can rely on, especially with someone with a dangerous guard like Ortiz, who's been attacking the entire fight, hasn't relaxed a bit, and can very realistically get some attacks off. So we'll see. Yeah, same thing again. Araujo's doing a good job of kind of jumping out of those leg attacks as soon as he feels in danger. It's kind of frustrating with Ortiz too. Nice, maybe a little triangle attempt here, but his bottom leg is stuck inside.
Just over 30 seconds remaining in this match here, and 0-0, but those 3 advantages will make Araujo, aka Baby Monster, the winner here in this match.
Ortiz is trying to come up last minute. I'd like to see him go up. I would be back to the feet, to the knees. Try to wrestle him a little bit here.
Big takedown there from Araujo.
Wow. Wow.
Just putting a nice little finishing statement on the match there.
I like to see that. It's got to feel good, right? Just finish in the dominant position. You kind of feel like you really gave it all.
Absolutely.
Podium. A great opening match by these two gentlemen. And I know we have some other fights coming up. We have, I think, the women's absolutes.
Yes, we do.
Over
There should be
here.
some women's absolute matches coming up a little later here on mat 1, but I think it's time that we head back over to mat 12